Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Happy Mondays. Oh my god, look at this. So look at the market chart today, and almost everything is green. It's crazy. It's probably one of the most bullish days we ever had this whole month. So much green, it's like unreal. It was unreal how green we were today. Even Netflix, $420, man. Jesus. Ridiculous. Yeah, so Netflix is up 11% for the day, which is crazy. It's almost gonna gap fill at this point. Tesla, that crazy bounce off the $800 area that we're talking about. Look at that, man. 936 today. Jesus. Some of these solar companies coming back like nuts as well. Nvidia, AMD. Everything is setting up for a reversal right now at this point. Straight up reversal. Amazon, oh my gosh. Apple 174. Jesus Christ. Nice. Sports betting, very good. But yeah, today was just crazy. What's up, Kip? Oh my gosh. Even ARK was up, Fiat World says. I'm not sure if it's a fake out, but um it's definitely extremely crazy. And I don't even know what to say. Get yours to take some profit. Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? We are setting resistance right now. This is pretty much the resistance right here. I mean, damn. If we break out from here, that's gonna be a big move. If we don't break out from here, it's going to be a big fake out tomorrow. So could probably backtest the 440s. It's craziest Monday ever, man. Holy smokes. But yeah, that's what happens when the market is so oversold that when it bounces, it's that crazy. That's what happens usually. Let's check out some of these earnings. AGNC earnings per share 75 cents as opposed to 68 cents. You talking about the AMC spread that we have for earnings? Yeah, sometimes the market like gets me like that. So especially for these earnings plays, I just open them whenever, because I know it's gonna be earnings. So whether the market is gonna be up or down, chances are the earnings probably gonna make that move happen regardless. So that's one of my reasons to just always get in whatever, instead of like sitting around and waiting for like pennies and stuff like that. I feel you, man. It's tough. Sometimes the market gets you like that. I missed today's big bounce. Opened too many bearish plays last week. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Sucks. Amazon ER play. I don't know if we can make an Amazon ER play. I mean, I could probably set up one for you, but I don't think we're gonna do one for the challenge account because it's probably gonna be too expensive, honestly. Where do you think Meta will go? Are we talking about like Facebook Meta, or are we talking about Meta? Because there's two of them. But if this reversal continues, easily 328. I don't see why not. But obviously, we're gonna depend on whether this is a fake out or not. Mm. I actually haven't updated to Windows 11 yet. I don't see why, honestly. I thought about it, but I was like, nah. I tried to update it on my other computer, and it just lagged it so bad. I'm scared to do it across all my computers. That's what usually happens historically during these interest rate increases. But I don't know if you guys caught the update I posted on a market outlook this week. Holy shit! I got so much alerts that popped up. So I don't know if you guys had a chance to catch the market outlook that I posted this week. But overall, I felt like we were pretty bullish. From last Friday's close that I mentioned. So this was one of the major keys, and like you guys, usually like I would have been pretty scary a little bit. I mean, I was still pretty scared today, honestly. Not gonna lie, I was still pretty scared trying to go into the position. But I'll tell you what gave me the confidence. So this close, right? So this is Friday's close. Friday's close was like 441 or something like that. Let's see if I can show it to you. So this is Friday's close right here, right? 441 and 95, right? And then this is the previous Friday, okay? So I switched it to regular candle. So this is previous Friday, January 21st, right? So we're comparing the January 21st Friday close to January 28th, right? So you see this Friday's close, market was going down, 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 and then we're at like this. It bottomed out around 437 and 95, right? So in order for it to be a reversal setup, the close on Friday over here, well, it has to get over that 440 area, right? So it has to get over the lows of this and close above it. So over here, we end up closing at 441 and 95. So you can see like we end up closing here above the lows here, which signaled that for the weekly close was going to be above this week's low, which means we're inching up higher and higher. So that's usually a pretty bullish move, even looking at the regular candle wise. And then on the Heikin Ashi candles, we could see that that was a big doji setup on Friday, and usually big doji setups are on the Heikin Ashi candle also signals a reversal as well. Very thin body candle, which means we're having tug of war on both sides, and as you can see, we have a move today. So this is a very strong candle today as well. And chances are, I mean, we closed at 449 and 91. We peaked at 450. Chances are we're probably gonna come back to like maybe 445 at some point, right? Even though we're 449 right now, we could probably come back to 445 and then have another strong move until we get back to this 445 level. So that's what my thoughts are kind of this week. But I do think that, I do think that at some point we're gonna struggle breaking above this 455 area. I think this could be another area that take us down again, because we have lost that bullish trend line over here, that we talked about other times, like this bullish trend line. So since we lost that bullish trend line, I think we're gonna come back to it. We're gonna reject it. That's what ideally should happen. What's up, CG2K? How you doing? What just happened today? Just crazy breakout, man. Just trying to stop everybody out, I think. Red Air Force 69. What's up? Grab MXPIER out. Oh, did that come out today? It is out today. Let's check it out. Oh, that had a good earnings. Oh, wait. No, they didn't. Did they? No, they didn't. They missed it. EPS. Sales is 22% increase compared to the same period last year, but earnings per share was a miss. Next quarter, they think sales is still going to be doing pretty good. Ooh. It's going to go up. It's just announced a stock buyback, which is pretty bullish. 4% move there. Let's buy the dip. So they had collab with Ward and some of the other stuff. They say revenue will grow 8 to 12% year over year. Up a little bit from the 1 year move. 2 year didn't move as much for semiconductor stock. I hope that play out for you, Red Air Force. Mergers and acquisition. I don't know, buddy. You know, I said it before. MTTR is a special acquisition stock, so you know these things naturally get pulled back down to like $5. But the good news is they do have they got a sweep today for $10 over here, so that could be interesting. But it's hard to be bullish on these, man, unless it's like $5. Oh shoot. What's going on, Professor Glass, man? How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Bag holder central. Bag holders? Bag holders. Bag holders. What's up, RB Nickel? Happy Mondays. Facts. Oh, that's so true. That's so true, man. It's tough. Yeah, it is pretty choppy. Holding MU and AMD swings. Honestly, I really like AMD here. Pretty bullish on it. And I don't know, man. It almost feels wrong being bullish on things sometimes. That I feel like we're gonna get crushed, man. You know, because look at it. I mean, we're at this great support level on AMD, but not just a support level here, but also psychological support at $100. Any AMD fanboy that's looking at it is like, yo, AMD $100 psychological level. How is it not a buy, right? So obviously we got this huge bounce. We got a reversal on the chart here on the daily chart. Looks really good. Weekly chart even looked like we're finding the bottom, honestly. Everything looks like a reversal. I think we can easily move to 117 by tomorrow. This ER run, typically AMD always gets like a earnings run, so it's been really weird to see it like drop this much too, right? So last time, you know, we had a nice earnings run as well, pre-earnings run. See this pre-earnings run? It's pretty natural for AMD to get a pre-earnings run. See over here as well, pre-earnings run. Mimi pre-ER run here. Super pre-earnings run here. Yo, nice. Congratulations, man. That's what's up. More money to gamble. That's all I'm hearing. I just messing with you, man. Um, but this market is definitely tough. It's been teaching us to find value and opportunity. Because we have had a lot of stuff that just ran like crazy last year. So to a certain extent, it was fair that it came back. I mean, look at everything from GameStop, AMC, right? AMC was really not making much money. I mean, movie theaters, man. How are movie theaters making, 1,000% increase? But speaking of AMC, actually, I gotta show you the AMC chart. It's actually looking really interesting when I was looking over the weekend. But right now, I'm checking out this earnings for AXTA. I think they're like a coding company, a global coding company. Sales increased 5%, 5.8% year over year. EPS a little bit weaker. Net sales 18% year over year. I think these companies might be doing good. If inflation gets under control, these companies might be doing really well because they're getting hurt. They're getting hit with like these crazy material inflation of 25 to 27%, which is a lot, right? Inflation is 7%, but material inflation is like 25 to 27%. If that stabilizes, these companies are gonna start making a lot of good money. So let me see. This company saw about 16% increase. So they're trading pretty close to last year's prices or even 2 years prices here. No dividend payment. It's gonna be interesting buying opportunity if they have a good guidance, but no good guidance either. So this comes a little bit further. Might take a nibble. Is there any other good earnings we have? Six-year in the making. Oh man, that's good to pay off. That's a long time, bro. Oh man. Yeah, the weather's kind of been crappy all over the place. We got pretty fast low over here as well. All right, let's take a look at some charts. Is there any charts you guys want to check out? Oh yeah, so let's look at AMC, right? So AMC coming back to this like this $14-15 area. We had some bounce over here before. This was one of the first resistance that we had around the earlier move from January. Also had this the resistance around March and May. And now this is the first time we're touching it. We saw a little bit bounce here, a little dead cat bounce here, came back down again. So we're seeing another possible bounce here. If the whole market moves, I think we could see AMC move to $20 from this this $15 spot here. So that's a pretty interesting support level for AMC for some of you guys that like that company. Major support level. Match.com? Why? Oh, wait, how bad are you? How is it? How cold is it down there? Yeah, CRUS did report pretty decent earnings for once. They're also like a logic board / chip company. Let me check out this company's earnings today. I heard the news that says they were being acquired over the weekend. I can see why they're eager to get buyout. So annual net income for fiscal 2021 was 307 or $2.44 per share compared to 504 for 2020. So they've definitely been declining a little bit. But they said there was actually some restructuring charge. So they said they're entering into a definite agreement to be acquired by an affiliate of Elliott Management and Vista Equity Partners. And because of that, they're canceling the earnings conference call and suspensions of guidance. They're getting acquired for about $104, which is quite cheap, honestly. Almost dumb cheap, man, to be acquired at that price point. Because usually they get an acquisition at 40% markup. So let's say even if the lows of $80, it's like about 40% markup is 112. So surprised they're being sold for only $104. It's a good deal for that company though. App Harvest released preliminary results. Full year 21 sales guidance from 7 to 9 million, between 7 to 9 million to 8 to 9.1. Huh? That's a Y number. As well as 8.5. It's a super wide number. So 3 more high-tech indoor farms currently under construction. Expect to be operational by the end of 2022. Diversifying into berries, salad greens. App Harvest produce sold at 1,000 stores across 6 states. Okay, it's pretty interesting. Wow, this company is only trading at $2 now. They're gonna take another loss this quarter. 59 million. Low 40s at nights. That sounds kind of real, man. Is it has it always been like that? That's crazy. Jesus, man, low 40s. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Florida even getting hammered. Jeez. What's the night weather like in Florida? Yeah, it's crazy. Um, I think after this earnings, I might pick some up because I actually do like the future of these concept of the of what they do and things like that. But obviously, from what they're saying and whatnot, it's hard to make money. But I like the concept of these things, of how they're farming and things like that. This organic way of farming. I think that's pretty much all the earnings for today. There's nothing really crazy. Let me see what's this. Oh, a lot of coding companies are reporting today. Cabot as well. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna start making profit for a while. So I'm gonna wait for that 50 million charge to hit the stock first, because they're gonna get charged for getting into the stock market, right? So I'm gonna wait for that charge to hit first, and then once that charge hits, it's gonna take them a while to make that money back, because I mean, look, the company is making, what is it, ABPH? So the company is making only like $9 million, right, per quarter. So that's about like 30-40 millions per quarter. And they're taking about $170 million per loss per quarter. So they're just like at a point where they're constantly burning through cash, and and once we see that quarter go through, I don't think they're gonna come into profitability or break even anytime soon. But if they're starting to get close to that point, that's when I wanted to invest if they have an opportunity to, make money. But they said this quarter they're gonna lose about 170 to 172 million. And that's a lot. GFS. Yo, I forgot about that stock. Wow, back to IPO price. Wait, oh man. So if you guys getting below 40 degrees and it rains, you guys gotta watch out for that black ice. That's abnormal, right? Oh, that's smart. Damn, how do you even deal with that cold? Do you electric heater, or what do you do with that? Holy smokes, man. I don't even know. A lot of blanket and layers. Oh yeah, that's true. I remember that crazy snow. Then a lot of people got hurt too because of the snow. Like roofs was falling down on people, and then there was like a lot of car accidents and pileups as well. It's pretty crazy. Hey, what's up, Juan? Usually try to plan the move beforehand, or like earlier ahead, and so usually in the week as well. So, for example, um, usually post the market outlook post as well to kind of gauge where the direction is. So you can see that over here. So we kind of anticipate this a SPY move a little bit, considering how bullish it was and everything like that. But let's go through some charts. Let's go through some other charts. Be right back. I'm gonna get some water. I'm gonna check out a bunch of charts and stuff like that. So if you guys want to take a look at some tickers, let me know. Put in the comments below. What has happened with the EV sector? The EV sector has been heavily dependent on Tesla, and Tesla just had a really good move. I have a Tesla chart here that played out really, really well. So look at this Tesla move that I'm talking about. So see how Tesla's been moving in this pattern, right? Up and down, up and down. So we had this trend line move. It's been bouncing off the bottom trend line, and this just happened to be around the $800 area. And then on top of that, we also have this other trend line, right? So that was a downward sloping trend line over here that's been bouncing off. Then we have this other trend line was an upward sloping trend line as well, where this line also had a lot of bounces as well. And it was just confluence over there. We had X mark the spot, and it just happened to bounce off really well during that area because it hit both of the trend lines, you know, and now it's making a move back to up here. So we talked a little bit about that like last Wednesday, last Thursday, and we had a nice reversal on Friday, and now it's just following through with another move. Coinbase is actually pretty bullish. We have IPO price around here, so we know that the established bottom previously was around here, especially for Bitcoin as well. And if crypto starts to move back up, so Coinbase is going to depend on that crypto move / general market move as well. But as of right now, Coinbase is setting up a pretty bullish double bottom pattern over here, right? If we can make a move over this 197 area, that could be a huge breakout, and that would mean that market has to get extremely bullish. Everything would be bullish, and we're easily going to move back to 225s. Now, this could happen anywhere from 1 week to a month. Who knows, right? But that's the potential setup over here on Coinbase. But we need to break above this resistance right here first. Let me throw this chart in Xtrade. Give me a second. I gotta start the spreadsheet again so I can throw the charts in there. So that was a good bounce off there. And then Jawa said, let's chart SPY. Okay, I got you. Let's take a look at SPY. So SPY chart, we're gonna pull up multiple time frames. We're gonna pull up the 10-minute time frame first. So 10-minute time frame, it's looking pretty good. Very strong run here. Kind of like over here. "48-minute time frame almost seemed like a crooked double bottom setup. That would mean that would bring us to higher high. So on the daily chart, we're looking pretty bullish, right? On the daily chart, we have the doji here. We have the reversal set up here today, so looking pretty bullish. On the daily chart, we could have a resistance coming up at 455 area. Even right now is actually a resistance too. Now that we're looking at it on the daily, because look at this mark. What do we have here? The line from here, right? So that's also a resistance line right here. I think we could potentially see like a short-term move back to that 445 area that I was talking about, and then continue bullish move to maybe 460s. That's a possibility, or 455 next. So that's on SPY itself chart. And then looking at the futures, we are already at a resistance where we rejected previously. So over here, last time we hit this yellow line resistance, MOB line on /ES. You know, we had a rejection here. That was January 12th, January 13th. So we had a huge move down, big bold move up. Then we struggled to break above the MOB line. So that's where we're at right now. Are we struggling to break it? 44.87, 44.90. We're breaking above it a little bit right now. 5 o'clock market's about to close for the future side. So we'll see how that goes over tonight. If we break it, then we're probably gonna test 460s by tomorrow at some point, and we're gonna back test. If we break it, we're gonna back test. Pretty sure of that. If we don't break it, we're gonna back test right here. To that. But it's hard to carry the bullish bias unless we're looking for a huge fake out and for this area to break down. AMD, we checked it out a little bit earlier. We talked about AMD, how we think is overall pretty bullish for the earnings. I made a post in our ER challenge as well. We have the strong bounce of $100 psychological level. I mean, across the board, the whole market is going up. You know, semiconductors are starting to come up with some good reports. We have a lot of semiconductors this week, and based on TSM last quarter, they had a pretty good report. And look at that move, man! Holy smokes, right? TSM went from 125 to like 140 something. So I am expecting something wild like this to happen to AMD as well, because TSM makes the chips for AMD. KMBE, what is this? They just posted earnings today. Security awareness training. Interesting. Hard to really chart this, honestly. All I can say is if it can break this MOB line around 2350s, 2355s, it's gonna move up further. Yes. S&P plus VIX. Let's take a look at the VIX. S&P and the VIX are pretty closely related. VIX is having a nice pullback right now. Yeah, we're getting the reversal pattern on VIX as well. We can see some struggle over here for the S&Ps. Ten-minute charts. So I focus a lot more on swing trades. So even for day trades, I like to use the 10-minute charts because if you're using the 1 to 2 minutes, you're really scalping and you're not gonna see much of the move. On the 10 minutes, you can see the reversal and you can make the move a little bit better. So let's say if I was day trading Apple or something, right? What's today? Market opens. So over here, market opens over here. You can see a break. You can see the break over this resistance over here and starting to move up. So it's pretty clean. You can see it a little bit better like that. AMAT is another semiconductor company. I think a lot of these guys are reporting this week. I think between Qualcomm, AMD, depending on how those companies report earnings, I'm expecting pretty bullish because the semiconductor company, even though there's a huge chip shortage, a lot of these companies are reporting pretty bullish because they've been able to increase their price to account for that chip shortage and still make a lot of revenue. So and it also means that demand is out of the world for them, right? So if AMD can make a reversal up, I think every other of these chip companies is going to make a reversal up. That would include AMAT as well. I think cybersecurity companies are always a really interesting place. I like that. Oh yeah. So Bitcoin actually is also coming back up to that resistance that we're talking about on ES as well. All three of them are coming up to this resistance. So you have the Bitcoin, you have ES, you have SPY coming up to a little bit of resistance. So this is the resistance on the bigger time frame. This is the trend line, right? That we actually broke last time. That I thought Bitcoin was extremely bearish, because once we lost that trend line, the next area is supposed to be 30,000. But knowing market makers, they didn't want to drop Bitcoin to 30,000. So Bitcoin has actually been, bear flagging and chopping back up, and this is the area 38,700, give or take. That is the area it need to break over to be really bullish on Coinbase and all the other stuff. So I will continue to watch Bitcoin. If we can break over this area right here, then Coinbase, man, it's gonna fly. But even now, Coinbase is pretty undervalued compared to Bitcoin because you can see like Bitcoin's lows isn't even at like May to July lows, where Bitcoin is already like over here. Bitcoin is already at like 20,000 lows. I mean Coinbase, yeah. Coinbase is at 20,000 lows. So very interested to see how this part play out. So we have some resistance getting smacked. It looks like it wanted to break over, but I need to break over this area. Do with a Jeep. BBIG. Isn't BBIG a little bit related to crypto as well? Oh, somebody asked Hood before too, right? Let me take a look at Hood first. Was it Cup of Magic? So Hood is Robinhood. They said they've been losing a lot of money. They lost like 10 million customers last quarter. A lot of things have been going back. The guidance has been pretty bad. You know, it's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough to get behind a company that's been scamming its customers a lot. But if market reverse, it's not going to be immune to that reverse. So everything's going to reverse. If market started getting extremely bullish, everything's going to get extremely bullish. But it's not something that I would enjoy playing. Can you make money from playing it? Yeah, sure, but it's not something that I'd be too crazy looking to get into. It's like almost getting into cruise sector at this point. So BBIG on the daily chart, we had a huge move last time to $5. Rejected the MOB line. We have a rejection of the MOB line over here. Took it back down to that trend line, you know, that's 250 area again. So we could potentially set up for another move back up here if things looking bullish. We could have another move back to maybe, what's this, 433 and like 474 for BBIG. So I hope that helps. The bottom oscillator is setting that up to for a bullish move to the upside. What's up, Nasty Nate? How you doing? Got you, brother. Oh, he was talking about MicroStrategy. That ticker is MSTR, not MTCH. I could have sworn he typed MTCH. I was like, what the hell? Match.com doesn't do anything with Bitcoin. Yeah, that's good. That's good explanation there. Vinay, what's up? Sam says check out shop. So Shopify is something I was looking at for the last 2 weeks. I was really hoping Shopify to bounce off this huge demand zone over here between 800 to like 880s. And we're finally looking like we're making that move today. The next area for it to come back to is, we gotta come back to 1,000, man. Big move. So it's almost $200. Looking for it to come back to 1,000. A lot of the oscillators on the bottom supporting it. We got the money flow coming in here. We have a lot of buying volume, crossover. I mean, everything is saying go, 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 right? But So I'm looking for that move back to the $1,000 area. That's probably where I would take profit. But then if it continues, it could even come back to over here. But I'm not gonna be greedy. I'm gonna take profit around that $1,000 range. I think they have earnings coming up soon too. They do, February 17th. Oh, the reason the SEC wants that is because like naturally when you trade stocks, like let's say if you're a hedge fund, right, or you're an investment firm and you trade stocks, right, and you buy and sell stocks, that's how you naturally report gains and losses. You only report realized gains and losses after you buy them and you sold them. So, so right now with the way they're reporting Bitcoin right now is they're not reporting it as they buy and sold them. They're reporting as it is like holding in it. But then at the same time, that's how they treat most equity as well. Like for example, if I was Amazon and I was holding onto Raven shares, right, and like the shares went from $60 to $120, then I will report that they're worth 120, at the ending of that specific quarter. So, but so that's how they were doing it with Bitcoin as well previously, but now they want to change that. So to reflect it until they sell, which in a way would mess up MicroStrategy a lot because MicroStrategy don't plan on selling. So it could essentially devalue that company to a dramatic level. So Google has been pretty oversold on the weekly. It was pretty oversold on the daily as well, setting up a double bottom here on the oscillator side. So I think it looks like we're getting a nice move. The last time we had a nice move, we got a little rejection over here, the blue line here. So watch out for around 27, 24. That could be an area we could, struggle a little bit. They do have earnings coming up this week, and that's gonna make a big difference. I think out of all the tech companies, Google is probably one of the few that hasn't been dropping that much. So it's going to be very interesting to see if they can sustain the growth to justify the price point. Indeed, for MicroStrategy, it is a scam. So Google has been growing around 12 to 20% year over year, right? Looking at a 2-year basis, or let's look looking at a 1-year basis. Oh, this might look ugly for Google, man. Last year they were trading at 1840s times 1.2, best case, right? Giving them a 20% growth. I don't see. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm trying to be generous here, but estimating Google to have a 20% growth year over year for the last 2 years. can't justify the price point that it's trading at. I think it's overvalued a little bit, based on that just that quick math metric of how they're growing like 20% year over year. So I think for that earnings, unless they, I don't know, what are they saying? 72.27 billion estimate, 27 EPS. $72 divided by 56. 28% growth. So they are expecting to report a pretty crazy quarter of 28% growth. I don't know. Trying to be as generous as I could, but I unless the guidance is even crazier than that earnings, right? But then again, I don't trade Google as much, so I don't really follow up with them. Unless the guidance and everything else is just as crazy, then I think Google is probably gonna drop on earnings. It's probably gonna flop, which typically hasn't been the case for their earnings. All their earnings has been really, really good. So maybe they'll pull a Microsoft at this point, and come down a little bit further. Why was Tesla up so much today? I think just because the whole general market was extremely bullish. A lot of bulls came in, everything was buying. So, and they just saw a lot of buying opportunity across the board, but also because of this Tesla chart. So I'll just leave that here with you guys over here. This. Because of that, it's just such a good confluence area to buy the dip. But that's pretty much it today. We'll be back here tomorrow. We'll take a look at some of the good earnings. We got so much good earnings tomorrow. We got AMD, we got PayPal, we got Google, GM, Starbucks, Electronic Arts, Match Group, MicroStrategy. So much things going on. Holy smokes. And then Wednesday, we got a lot of big players too. Thursday, Friday, non-stop, man. I wonder what the Royal Caribbean Group is going to say this time. I would love to see what this company is going to say this time, because they said that last quarter that they were going to be profitable in February. So I would love to see what they say about that. Didn't we already short it, Royal Caribbean? Didn't we already shorted that? It's tough to short when they're very oversold. I don't like to short that when it's oversold over here in the daily chart. Don't want to be attacking it. Otherwise, we're gonna end up back holding. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. And we'll be back here tomorrow around 4 p.m. Take care and have a good night. Oh yeah, let me share with you guys something. In case you guys are interested in Bazinga, they do have a 50% off promo today, that they said they're giving out because the market has been so bad. They said because everybody has been taking massive losses, they're trying to help out the trading community. So you guys can check that out here with that link. And they said the referral code for that 50% off is new 2022. If anybody's interested in that. But that's it. Take care and have a good night.